Okay, we're going to review two different ways to log in to Verizon Cisco Jabber when using our UCCaaS product. So one way is when you install the Cisco Jabber. Now that may be through your IT department, or Verizon may do that as well. When you bring up the Cisco Jabber client, you will come up and you'll see that your username is already populated, and then you can just put in your password and sign in. Now you can also click this to sign me in when Cisco Jabber starts. And advanced settings you usually don't have to mess with at all. Okay, there's some what we call service discovery that goes on in the background and gets all the parameters and things that your administration and Verizon have worked together to create. And you see that logs in there. Now this computer is part of the domain for this particular enterprise and is logged in as this particular user. So there's some things that go on in the background that pull in that username, as you saw in this client. Show you that again. So I'll sign out. And you can see here, even if for those of you know of this particular option to reset Jabber, it resets it, but it still puts in the username because it's already part of this domain, and there's some service discovery going on even prior to this coming up here. Because we're part of the domain, those DNS servers are accessible to us and things like that. Now this would be similar to somebody, let's put this away. This one would be similar to somebody that's not part of the domain or is coming in through Expressway. They have a domain, as you can see here, within their PC, but they don't have access to the domain DNS servers and things like that. So these DNS servers are not part of the red VL domain. So that may make sense to you, and it may not. But again, this is the way your Cisco Jabber will come up if it's the first time that's it's installed. You see, it asked me for my username, and it's asking for a domain name. So because it's not able to get that automatically, so let me type that in. Okay, now it's doing some searching through the magic of DNS. It gets some information, and it says, okay, I know that that domain exists out there, and we'll log you in if you give me your password. Okay, so those are the two ways that you will encounter logging into Verizon UCCaaS, and this goes for Jabber for Windows and Jabber for Mac as well. And then you'll see this second style, usually, what we did right here, in the Jabber for mobile applications as well. So if I would sign out, and I would go ahead and reset this Jabber, the mobile applications, Android, iPhone, iPad, they're usually always going to come up because usually those particular devices aren't part of a domain as far as a Microsoft domain. So they'll always come up with this style of login. This is Anson Garcia, and I'd like to thank you for watching.